Giving me an up-close and personal view. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the JoAnne Powell Show. We're coming to you from the World Center of Broadcast Media, WCOBM.com, Hollywood. And for those of you who are tuning in on the Go Harrison Show, I'd like to welcome you on KPFK and utalk.us and other public radio affiliates. We are talking about what is going on in our nation. We are a nation that is divided. There has been unrest ever since the presidential election. Donald Trump is our president-elect. There are thousands of protesters who have taken to the streets demonstrating, basically speaking out against the racist rhetoric that was definitely at the top of his election and campaign. So now that he is in office, there are a lot of people that are very concerned. Some people are saying, well, why are people protesting? Are you upset because your candidate didn't win? It's a lot deeper than that. It's not just about who won or lose. It's politics. Your candidate's not always going to win. I think people understand that going into the election. But I think it's the tone that was set during the campaign that a lot of people are scared, they're concerned, they are angry because they don't want a president that has a platform that has a foundation of hate and discrimination. So I think that is the underlying reason why people are out there. And they also are being a voice for those that perhaps can't speak for themselves. Specifically when it comes to the issue of immigration, there are 11 million undocumented people in our country. And a lot of them were fearful because that was one of the platforms that Trump ran on, saying that he is going to just round everybody up and deport them, which is going to tear a lot of families together. So a lot of people are concerned about that. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of high school students and college students came out to protest, basically letting their voice known and the voice of their loved ones and family and friends. So that's kind of the direction of what we are seeing in our country. This is the first time I've ever seen anything like this. I think a lot of people were surprised by the unrest and just the concern that people have. Well, joining me now to talk more about that, I've got a couple of guests that we've seen them on our show before, either on tape or live. I'd like to welcome both of you to the show. Seated next to me is Pastor Gerald Thompson, who is the pastor of this San Bernardino Community Seventh-day Adventist Church, also known as the City of Deliverance Church. Welcome to the show. And seated next to him is JoAnne Serrano, who is with the All Saints Church in Pasadena. And you guys, you and your church is definitely advocating a women's right to choice, been a proponent of the gay rights movement, and a lot of a voice for those who perhaps don't have a voice in our community. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Let's talk about that, because a lot of people, those that were Trump supporters, are very happy, their candidate won. Some are, and some are like, what have I gotten us into? I voted for him. Nobody really knew what he was going to do. He was the candidate that was the outsider, so they're just like, we'll see what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Then you have those who were supporting Clinton because of what she was talking about, more inclusive things, inclusion, and it was a very shocking outcome for most people. It was not what they expected. So now you have people that are in the street, thousands, daily and nightly, are, protesting their concerns or fears. So being connected through church organizations, what are your thoughts about what you're seeing out there now? Juliana?
Well, I think our community is hurting. Our nation is hurting. And I think many people feel as though that this American democracy has failed them, in the sense that we have allowed a candidate like Donald Trump to be a legitimate presidential candidate, especially because he is one who has said very hateful things about members of our community, especially those who are most marginalized, and is setting forth propositions of policy that would continue to marginalize communities. And those communities include the LGBT community, people of color, women as a community in general. Yeah. So people are hurting and people are angry, and I think that is justified. And I know that in our faith community, what we're encouraging people to do is feel their feelings, and for them to know that that is okay. There's nothing wrong with their feelings of sadness and anger and frustration. Those are legitimate. And I think that the key thing is not to sit in those feelings for too long, especially considering we have a marathon ahead of us. That is to say that we have 4 years to witness Donald Trump's words put in practice. And I think there are going to be many, many battles that come before us. And so we really have to equip ourselves for the road ahead.
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
Well, you know, one of the best things about this country is its freedom.
Yeah.
And so we have the freedom to express ourselves, the freedom of expression. And that's what the young people and the people have been doing over the last couple of evenings. And I don't find anything to be wrong with that. I think they're just showing the United States and the world how they truly feel. Now, I do believe that upon listening to some of the conversation and talking to some of the people, one thing that has been very clear, it is not as if they don't respect the office.
Right.
It says more they just want to make sure that the president-elect Donald Trump, will hear their voice and that they can come together at the table. The rhetoric that was used, the spirit that was presented during the time of campaign, you know, it could be different when he gets into office. We don't know, but the spirit was not correct. And these people, we just want to be able to have that full conversation, that he be fair across the board. And so I don't have anything wrong with the protest. I think it's the way to go, because this country was based upon freedom of expression.
Yeah, and that's one thing that a lot of people want to see. What is the direction? Because some people will give him a chance. You know, he might surprise people. But when he was making his victory speech, he said he wants to be the president of all people. Having said that, then when you look at some of his appointments that have undertones that will make a lot of people very uncomfortable, what does that say to the society and the community?
Well, he is fighting an uphill battle. Let's just put it like that, because of the campaign that he ran. And then after that, he does come out and say these things that he did say at the victory speech, that he wants to be the president for all people. And you look at those that he called on the stage, and people that he called out, such as Giuliani, such as Dr. Ben Carson, and others. And so you kind of have that feeling that, okay, it may not be as bad. But then when he goes on and he selects individuals, one of his
Steve Bannon,
a very high person in his cabinet, to help him. He's fighting an uphill battle, and so what do we all must give him a chance. We have to respect the office, but he is fighting an uphill battle, and he has to know this. He has to know that he's fighting an uphill battle. So in leadership, you always have to be wise in the things that you do, and so maybe he has this plan. I don't know, but from what we can see, it just doesn't look right.
Okay, JoAnne, when we come back, we're going to get more from you. You're watching the JoAnne Powell Show. Follow us on Facebook.
If you are an adult that began college and has not finished your college degree, let me put it to you straight. If your lifestyle and your standard of living is not becoming to you, then you should be coming to us, Oakwood University Elite Program. We are the fast, flexible adult degree completion program for the busy adult, like you.
Register today. Go to oakwoodleap.com or call 256-726-7098. It's time to leap.
For years, people have trusted McKay's Family Mortuary. We're part of your community and we'll take care of the details. We offer a variety of memorial services, including sea scattering and cremation. According to the Federal Trade Commission, the average funeral cost is over $9,000. We have complete funeral chapel service starting at only $31.25, casket included. Direct cremation starting at only $9.95. Visit one of our 5 locations and meet our caring and diverse staff. McKay Family Mortuary. Let us be the shoulder to lean on.
Thanks to Oakwood University and the LEAP program, I have now a college degree. So to the Spanish-speaking members of this community who feel that the LEAP program is something you should consider, I would say, ánimo a la universidad. Considere el programa LEAP de Oakwood University.
Go to oakwoodleap.com or call 256-726-7098. 7098.
Seize the Day Scuba for your best scuba experience above and below the sea. You'll find friendly staff, experienced PADI certified instructors, and state-of-the-art scuba equipment and gear. Join our dive club and we'll help you plan memorable scuba excursions. Immerse yourself. Seize the Day Scuba, serving Southern California. Call 949-220-0500 to create your scuba experience.
When I first started into the program, yes, I had doubts. I was really impressed with Oakwood University, with the faculty and the staff and the student body. It was a really good experience, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone who was thinking about going back and finishing their degree.
Register today. Go to oakwoodleap.com or call 256-726-7098.